Hi, this is Vicki Romaine with Cheerful Greetings, and today I'm going to go through a folio that I had made, and afterwards I will show you how I put it together. This is my cover. It has two birds that I got off of Pinterest and a background. It's a brick background that I also got off of Pinterest. I wasn't sure about the gold foil cardstock because of the distressed edges and all, but I think I kind of like it. It gives it a contrast. I'd be interested in your comments if you would tell me whether you like the fall addition to the folio. I also added some flowers from a stash and a butterfly. When you open it up, each page has two pockets, and I have made some little tags to go in there. These are made from the cardstock itself, and I will put in the description the name of the cardstock. Over here I have since this is a background of a postage background with postage stamps and that time postage markings and everything, I pulled this off of an envelope that I got from AliExpress, which has some Chinese on the postmark in the area there, showing the time and all. And here are a couple more tags. This one has a seashell, and then of course if you're going to travel is a map. Now this folio can be used for a number of things. You can use it for sorting your papers, so that you have bills. Who has bills? No one has bills, but anyway. You can put your bills in one section, maybe your grocery list in another one, or insurance information in one. It's a means of sorting your papers so you know where to go and look for them. Or you can use it as a travel journal and stick pages in here. It can be used for a number of things. Again, we have a pocket, and I put a Gecko Galz digital there of a mermaid, and this was on the back of the cardstock. I thought that was right pretty. It's a picture of a city with a bridge going over a river, and on this side it says, "Breathe in the ocean air." And this is the shoreline of an ocean with the sand and the water coming up to it. The next page has a postcard in it, again on the back side of one of these pages. And here's a tag with some bathing beauties in it. And then I've added a little label here where you could put what's in that pocket, or you can just use that as decoration. And I put this here also where you could write on it. The print is light enough that you could write on it. And on this side we have an anchor. Again, there's a picture of a mermaid, or just anyone who's looking out over the ocean. Up at the top are some seashells. On my last two pages, I really haven't done anything up here. I don't think it really needs anything. I did put some seashells down here, and I may at a later time put some sort of label or sticker down there. And this is the back. I'm really pleased with the back. I love this paper. And a lot of this paper I really didn't have to distress any. It came already distressed. And again, here's the front of the folio. And I'm really pleased with the way it turned out with the flowers in the background and my birds. I hope you enjoyed looking at my folio, and we will see about putting one together in just a few minutes. These are the papers I have picked out. They're double-sided cardstock, and I will put the name of the company in my description. Here's some writing on this one, and some seashells and a girl. This one has postage markings on it. And this has flowers. Now the first thing I need to do is decide which sheet I'm going to use for my cover. The last time I made one, or the one that I made previously, had the flowers. This time I think I'm going to use this one. Now I could either have it this way or this way because this is really nondescript. I'm going to be folding up part of the cardstock, so I want whatever is on the back side to be upright. So if I turn it this way, all of my pattern will be upside downwards. I have it this way, sorry. If I have it this way, my pattern will be upside down. So I want my pattern on the inside to be straight up. Now, the first thing I'm going to do with all these sheets, now that I've decided which one I'm going to be using, and I will be using this for my cover, and I want the blue at the top. So now that I have decided that, so it'll be right side up. First thing I have to do is set them aside, and then I get my scoring board. I do not have to do any cutting unless there's that white trim on the cardstock, or unless it's larger than a 12 by 12. Sometimes you can get some cardstock that is about 12.5 by 12. Well, this is 12 by 12, so I don't have to do any cutting. I can leave it just like it is that it came out of the pad. The first thing I'm going to do, since it's 12 by 12, is I need to score it in half, and that's going to be at 6. Give me a second. Let me put my glasses on so I can tell a 6 from an 8. Okay, now we're ready. I'm going to score at 6. I'm going to come all the way down. I want to make sure it doesn't jump out of the groove. Then I'm going to do it again, just to make sure I have a good line. Now I will do this to each piece of cardstock. Then I'll turn it on its side, and I will score at 3 inches. Now here is where I've got to decide which side is up. So I think I want to score it on this one, my 3 inches down here. Now I will do this on each one of the pieces of cardstock. After you have scored, you're going to fold it in half, making sure the corners meet and the side. Then you're going to use your fold of that, press it down. Now here's where I made my 3-inch score, and that goes up. That keeps this upright. And this really doesn't matter because it has just a vintage look to it. When I turn it over, it looks like this. Okay. Then I go back and press my fold down good. I'll be doing this to each piece of cardstock, and so I will fast forward and so we can get to the end of the video without watching me slowly do the scoring. Okay, now that that is done, we're going to put these in the order in which we want. First, I'm going to first put them in the order in which we want them. I want this for my cover, so I'll be attaching this one to this one, to this one. I believe I like this one for my back cover, so I'm going to have it like this. This will be my front cover, and this will be my back cover. And the ships, all the ships and lighthouse and everything are right side up on this. Okay, the next thing I have to do, if you want it to look distressed, is to get out your distressed ink. And your applicator. And then I'm going to open it up just a little bit, long enough to kind of distress the sides a little bit. You don't have to a whole lot because this paper kind of has a vintage look to begin with. But I want to put a little more color on the edges. Then you don't have to do this on this side, but you have to turn it up and do it over here. And do down each side. Then distress the bottom just a little bit. As I said, this paper is pretty much distressed already, so it doesn't take a lot. Now, you do that with each one of the sections. You don't have to do the outside. The only ones you'll be doing the outside on will be the first one, and you don't have to do the inside. Excuse me, you take that back. You have to do them all, but the ones that you really want to put your distressing on is going to be your front cover and your back cover. So that's what I'll be doing now, is distressing my paper. After you've done all the scoring and folding and distressed your papers, after you've done all of that, the next thing is to put it together. And this is a quick and easy folio to make. And we're going to put it together next. First thing I want to do is do my sides, because I don't want anything to slip out of here. And I'm going to take some glue and I'm going to put some glue right down the center of that line of scoring. Then I'm going to do it on each edge. You can use tape if you want to, but I found that the glue is just as good. And I'm using Elmer's rubber cement. Okay, that one is done. I'm going to fold it down and leave it in place. And I'll probably put a weight on it for right now, just to hold it down. Then I take the next one and do the very same thing. I'm going to run my glue right down the center and then down each edge. Then fold it back up. Fold it across. And put it aside. I'll put the scoring board away. We're going to put the book together now, or the folio. This is going to be my back cover. So I'm going to put the one that I want before it on top. So we'll put some glue on this side, and it opens this way. We'll put it all over this side. Do it near the edge, and especially cover the, now you can use tape on this if you want to, but I like the rubber cement, that way I can slide it around and get it in position before it sticks. And then I take this and put it on top, meeting the edges and the sides. And if you have a clamp around, you can clamp it till it has a chance to glue. You want that glue to stick. Okay, I'm gonna put one right on top of this, This is the one I'm going to put on it next. And I'm going to glue this side because it's going to go down like that. Make sure you get the corners and the edges, especially the fold edges. Okay, this is my folded side down with. I'm going to put it right on top. I'm going to undo my clip here. I'm going to match up the folds and match up the corners. Now, you don't worry about the fact that maybe a seashell or something is upside down. Just happens the writing here is right side up. This is still up, the right side up. The words are right side up in this one. So that works out fine. Now, we're ready for my cover. When you think of a cover, you think of this going on the front and the back. But it's not. It's just going to go on the front. In other words, my front cover and my back cover are going to be different. Now, if I wanted them the same, I could have used the same piece of paper or revamped it in another way. I'm going to put this like this. And as I said, this is why I use the rubber cement, so I can slide my papers around. Now, I need to let this set up, and so I need to find a couple clamps to go with it. Each one has a pocket. Each one has a pocket. And the pockets are glued in the middle so that your items will not go from one side to the other. And that's your basic folio. The one that I made, I did not put a band on it. If you want to, you can cut you a piece of cardstock that goes with your paper. See, I've got mine glued together pretty well. Get you a piece, maybe 1.5 inches, and divide it in half, and put half it on the front and half on the back, and have a band down the side. But this one worked out fine, so I'm going to leave this one the same way. Now, what I have left to do is to decorate it. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do there, but you have the idea of what you can do by this one. So, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please make a comment. Please come back to see me. And don't forget to subscribe. Have a great crafting day. Bye.